Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura, also known as the Lazy Artist here on YouTube. So lately I've been on a sketchbook streak and I wanted to keep that momentum going by talking a little about something I know a lot of us struggle with, sometimes on a daily basis, which is to actually fill a sketchbook. A couple of videos ago I made 2 watercolor sketchbooks and I was quite happy with how they turned out. I like the covers and the binding I tried this time. However, looking at them, I thought there really wasn't much of a point to them if you were struggling to even pick them up to draw. I think one of the biggest struggles an artist can face when opening a sketchbook is the impending pressure to make it look good. We want every page to be pretty, aesthetic, or at the very least, worthy of being shared. And in all honesty, social media doesn't help. It's where we see all these perfectly curated spreads online, beautiful masterpieces tucked in between the pages of the sketchbooks of the people we consider true artists. We can't help but feel like our own sketchbooks could never live up to such high quality standards. Because this is something I've struggled with, and I'm sure you probably have as well, I thought I'd share some of the tips that have helped me stay consistent with my own sketchbooks, but also act as reminders to just enjoy the process. So, let's get into it. Keep it simple. One of the biggest misconceptions is that you need the best supplies. The fanciest sketchbooks, the most expensive paints and mediums, premium brushes, and you won't be able to achieve peak artistry unless you have these. We live in a consumerism type of society right now, so everywhere you look, there's always someone trying to sell you a product. In truth, when we were kids and were drawing every day because we liked the fun of it, all we needed was a single piece of whatever paper we could find and the bluntest, most average pencil we had, and that was it. One reason people will get discouraged with sketchbooks is precisely because they don't have the top-tier materials to make something worthy, when in reality, all you really need is something to draw with and something to draw in. A quick pencil sketch, a random doodle on your lunch break, it all counts. If you're drawing anything, you're using a sketchbook, right? Bless this mess. Our sketchbooks are not museums. And I'm definitely guilty of wanting every single page to look good enough. But the truth is, sketchbooks are meant for sketching. If you ever look at Da Vinci's compilations of sketchbooks, they're full of messy notes, half-finished ideas, and rough studies. And even though we might consider one of his sketches to be really good and beautiful, Da Vinci himself would probably dismiss it and just move on to the next sketch. So don't be afraid to make a mess. Scribble, experiment, layer things on top of each other, take notes if you need to. And allow the sketchbook to be yours, not something made for an audience. Remember that most sketchbooks throughout history have never been seen except for the artist himself. Yours doesn't have to be either. Create a masterpiece. Sometimes. On the flip side, if you do want to make your sketchbook look beautiful by your own standards, that is perfectly okay as well. You can make a sketchbook only for your finished pieces and compile them neatly in one single place. You don't have to show it to anyone if you don't want to, but it can also be the one sketchbook that you do share with others. The point of this is to make your own sketchbook a safe place where you can take control of what you draw and paint, with no judgment whatsoever from anyone, even yourself. And some days, you might want to let loose, make a mess, but other days, you might want to create something beautiful that resonates with you. Both approaches are valid. Make it yours, or yourself. Sketchbooks are a testament to our own personalities. Some people like neat and tidy pages, others thrive in complete chaos. Some use their sketchbooks for journaling, collaging, mood boards, even as commonplace books. There is really no right or wrong. If you bought that sketchbook, you can use it however you see fit. Paint the cover, slap some stickers on it, turn it into a scrapbook, whatever makes you happy. And in the event you can't find a sketchbook that fits your needs, make your own. You can choose the size of the pages, the paper you use inside it, the binding, even the threading you use. And you can play around with the cover customization. You can personalize the entirety of your sketchbook, and it really does not have to be complicated. Sketchbooks Galore. I used to be the person that had to finish one sketchbook before starting another one. If I did try to keep up with more than one sketchbook, I eventually would feel overwhelmed and just lose interest of either book. So when I started to take interest in sketchbooks, I would only start one when I had already finished the previous one. Last year though, because I didn't have my usual sketchbooks with me at all times, I ended up picking up another one to draw out more freely. Over time, it made me understand that different sketchbooks serve different needs. You might have one for painting, one for studies, and another you take with you whenever you want. And that's totally okay. Even if you end up with 6 unfinished sketchbooks sitting around, and you don't really have to feel guilty, even if you don't feel like finishing them. They have served their purpose. At the end of the day, sketchbooks are meant to be an extension of your creativity, not something that defines your entire body of work. It's supposed to be fun, experimental, and personal. There's no right way of doing it, just your way. And if it comes to the point where you feel like you're forcing it or not enjoying it, scrap it. Start over. No one cares. I hope these tips were helpful in some way, or even a bit inspiring. Let me know in the comments if you have any other tips you would like to add. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.